Hello and welcome to Mizzou Arena for this Class 1 boys third place game between St. Joseph Christian Lions and the Glasgow Yellow Jackets. I'm Fred Katz and we're about to kick off here. Just about to tip off in this just series of unbelievable amount of boys and girls basketball games over the last week and a half. It's been here, it's been at the Hearn Center, and now we're about to tip off here at 5 o'clock in Mizzou Arena. And St. Joseph Christian Lions win the tip. Quick starting lineups: Jordan Morrison, Matthew Dahlgren, Robbie Kaufman, Brandon Shank, and Forrest Hicks for the Christian Lions. Blake Hackman, Ethan Thompson, Austin Stockhorse, Dylan Young, and Reed Littrell for the Glasgow Yellow Jackets. Both of these teams fell yesterday as Glasgow gets the takeaway. Now playing for that third place finish. Still, both teams have had great seasons. The Christian Lions 23-8 and the Yellow Jackets 25-6 on the season. To the hoop, and there's the foul. So Austin Stockhorse is going to be shooting free throws and be trying to put the Yellow Jackets on the board for the first time in this game. Stockhorse doesn't get to the line often, only 8 for 12 on the season from the line. That's, of course, for you math whiz, is 67%, and he misses the first free throw. Glasgow as a team, not exactly a great free throw shooting team, only 63% on the season. And he misses the second, so we stay scoreless here at Mizzou Arena 1 minute into the game. The Christian Lions pushing down court, trying to work the ball inside, and back out to Kaufman. Christian Lions are going to reset with Dahlgren at the top. Over to Shank at the elbow and back to Kaufman in the corner. There's the big man Hicks trying to post up way far away from the basket. Over to Shank, who penetrates up with the right hand, and he hits nothing. Loose ball. Everyone's on the floor. And the Christian Lions save it. So it looked like some of those Christian Lion players actually thought that Glasgow was going to get the ball back, went back on defense, and then had to JaVale McGee themselves all the way back to the offensive end of the floor. So the Christian Lions reset with Morrison at the top of the key, trying to see what he likes. Swing it around the wing. Inside to Hicks one more time, trying to post up, and he walks. So Hicks has looked a little bit uncomfortable the first 2 times he touched the ball. First, a little bit confused, trying to post up all the way at the top of the elbow, and then he walks the second time. And here the Christian Lions coming out in that press. Glasgow breaks it. That's Reed Littrell trying to post up, but he can't do it, so he passes it back out. Screen by Littrell. And Littrell gets fouled on the pass from Ethan Thompson. So Reed Littrell is going to be going to the line, and now he'll be trying to put up the first points in this game for Glasgow. Littrell 52% from the line. And he hits the first. 96 free throw attempts on the season in his 26 games played. Littrell, one of the bigger guys on this team, standing at 6'3". And he hits them both. So Glasgow off to a 2-0 lead here at Mizzou Arena. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Back into Hicks again. Hicks goes up. No good. Loose ball, and there's going to be a loose ball foul. So a loose ball foul goes against the Yellow Jackets. I guess they're going to say it was in the act of shooting. The foul against Matthew Dahlgren, that's his first and the team's first. At the line, Morrison, and he misses the first free throw. Morrison only 51% on the season, and you see why there is he missed 2 free throws. So far we got a combined 2 for 6 in this game from the line. Both teams missed both free throws the first time they went. Nice penetration, but the shot's no good. Rebound goes to the Christian Lions. There's Hicks one more time in transition. The turnaround is good. First field goal of the game for Forrest Hicks. And the game's all tied up at 2. Blake Hackman taking it up for the Yellow Jackets. Hackman. Three's no good. Offensive rebound, though, for the Yellow Jackets, and the pass is thrown out of bounds by number 22, Ethan Thompson. What a nice move by Hicks. You don't see that many 6'6" bigs that agile. So the Christian Lions trying to take a lead. We're tied at 2 about halfway through the first quarter. Out of bounds going to stay with St. Joseph. So Brandon Shank misses the 3, or I should say he shanks it, and all the way down court to Blake Hackman, and Hackman hits the layup. So a 4-2 lead, Glasgow leads. Shank now bringing it up after he misses the 3 on the previous possession. Over to Hicks. Hicks from way outside, no good. Offensive rebound. The putback, no good. Ball rambling around. And the rebound goes to Robbie Kaufman, but there's going to be a foul. Foul goes against the Yellow Jackets. So it's going to stay with the Christian Lions one more time. David Beard inbounding it over to Hicks. Hicks with the right hand, that's good. So Hicks has been taking high volume of shots so far early today. But he's been hitting them 4 points, 2 for 4 from the field. There's Hackman breaking the press one more time. Hackman over to Stockhorst. Stockhorst trying to work it inside to Joel Moning. Moning gets it knocked away by Hicks. Here come the Christian Lions. Hicks at the top of the key. Down low, shot no good by Kaufman. Kaufman gets it back. He's gonna get it back over to Morrison, who's gonna try to go to the hoop, and he walked. So Morrison turns it over with steps, and the Yellow Jackets are gonna get the ball back. We're tied at 4 here with 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter at Mizzou Arena. This is the Class 1 boys' 3rd place game. Christian Lions have been pressing so far all game. They don't usually run a press. Out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Yellow Jackets. And now, trust me, I know that this is not the only basketball game going on right now. I'm fully aware that the Missouri Tigers might be playing in Omaha. And so for those of you who are actually listening to me and don't have me on mute with the Missouri game on your TV, I'll just let you know that it's tied at 74 right now with 5 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. That's a 2 versus 15 seed. Not something you often see. You don't often see that 15 seed getting the upset, but right now, Mizzou just took a 1-point lead, 75-74 with 5:09 remaining. So I'll keep you updated on that so you can stay on me and actually still know what's happening in the Mizzou game, know the important parts. So St. Joseph with the ball on offense right now. There's Hicks down low. Hicks goes up, but he walks. So that's the second time that Forrest Hicks has traveled down low. A really graceful big man, but he has walked a couple of times. So here comes St. Joseph back with that full court man-to-man press. Hackman breaking it down low, and that's got to be a goaltend, and it is. So Hicks with the goaltend score the points to Jimmy Wilson. Nice find by Hicks. They just broke the press, and as you can see, the ball was off the backboard, clearly on the way down. That's going to be a goaltend every single time on Hicks. This offense really runs through Hicks, up and under. Nice move with the right hand, and Forrest Hicks has 6 points. All 6 points for the St. Joseph Christian Lions. That press is broken once again. Jimmy Wilson is fouled. So the ball stays with the Yellow Jackets as Wilson was fouled. One team foul on the Yellow Jackets and 2 team fouls on the Christian Lions. There's going to be an issue somewhere over at the scorer's table. I believe when the referees went over to the scorer's table, actually, they motioned that the foul was on number 20 on the Christian Lions. The issue is there's no number 20 on the roster. And Wilson is number 20, so I think a referee might have just made a quick mistake and accidentally said Wilson's number as opposed to who the foul was on. It's all cleared up, and we're back to play again. There's Hackman trying to set something up at the top of the key. Over to Wilson. And back to the top of the key with Young. Young, a 1,000-point scorer in his career. 6'3" senior. Out of bounds, going to stay with the Yellow Jackets. We're tied at 6, a minute 43 remaining here in the first quarter. The winner clinches 3rd place in the Class 1 MSHSAA Championships. Wilson over by the elbow, trying to get it down low, but they're just playing denied defense, so he gives it back over to Hackman, who's going to reset at the top. Hackman in the corner. It's going to be an illegal screen. So an illegal screen against Joel Moning. His first foul, the team's second. And the ball goes back to the Christian Lions, who are going to try to take the lead back. Christian Lions trying to get the ball to Hicks, who's double teamed down low in the post. He gives it up. You had a wide open, cutting Matthew Dahlgren to the basket, but he wasn't found by David Beard. There was a foul, so the Christian Lions get the ball back, but the Lions missed out on a pretty easy layup opportunity right there. Didn't get it. That's what happens when you have that double heat, if you have that double team. Usually it's 2 passes, and there's the turnover. To the hoop, and it's good for Dylan Young, the 1,000-point scorer. Gets his first couple of points on the night, and the lead is taken over by the Yellow Jackets. 8-6, 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Mauden over to Dahlgren. Dahlgren stuffed. Stuffed by Young. He gets the ball back, and the putback is good. So Dahlgren gets blocked, gets the ball back, and takes it strong to the hoop for the layup, and we're tied up at 8. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. No press this time from the Lions. Hackman hands it off to Thompson, over to Wilson. Wilson to Young. Thompson trying to work it down low to Moning. But it's Hackman for 3, no good. Rebound goes to the Christian Lions. And Mauden's gonna push it with 5 seconds left. Mauden to the corner, he's open for 3. No good, and that's how we're gonna end the first quarter. So at the end of 1, we're all tied up at 8 in this Class 1 boys 3rd place game between the Christian Lions and the Yellow Jackets. We're gonna take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the second quarter after these messages. You're watching FoxSportsMidwest.com. Okay. Hello and welcome back to Mizzou Arena, where Glasgow is facing St. Joseph in this Class 1 boys 3rd place game. We're all tied up at 8 at the end of 1. Pretty even scoring distribution for Glasgow. We've got 4 different players, all have 2 points. That's Hackman, Wilson, Young, and Littrell all have 1 field goal. or I guess Littrell got his 2 points at the line. And then the scoring has been dominated by St. Joseph for Forrest Hicks. Forrest Hicks has 6 points. He's 3 of 5 from the field. The other 2 points came from Dahlgren. So we start off here in the second quarter. Young tried to make that pass to Perry. Perry Jones actually made that exact same pass down low. I think it was Deuce Bello yesterday in that Baylor game. A really similar pass from the same spot, only the difference is that Jones pass worked. Actually, you know what? It was Anthony Jones who was down low. There's Young again with the floater, no good. Rebound to Beard. So Christian Lyons bring the ball up. Beard acting as the point guard this time. Also got other guards, Mauden and Dahlgren on the floor. There's Hicks, and he's fouled. So Forrest Hicks will go to the line for the first time today. Hicks, a very good free throw shooter, especially for a big man. 74% from the line on the season. Fits into his already incredibly efficient numbers overall. 59% from the field on the season. And he hits the first free throw that he's going to take on the day. And with his style of aggressive play down low, it probably won't be the last one. And again, just one more update on that Mizzou game. Norfolk State is actually up 4 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in regulation. So Mizzou not in a good situation right now, down 4, trying not to fall to that number 15 seed as a 2. Trying not to bust my bracket. And the 3 is good from Ethan Thompson. So we've got our first 3-point field goal on the day, and Glasgow leads 11-10. Christian Lyons trying to answer, no good. Loose ball, Hicks trying to get it, couldn't do it. Another loose ball at the top of the key, picked up by Thompson. Thompson in the fast break finds Young, and Young hits. 13-10. So Yellow Jackets lead now climbs to 3. 6 3/4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Over to Mauden on the left side, trying to find Hicks. Hicks being screened by Young. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with St. Joseph. This is a really good transition team for the Yellow Jackets. They love getting out in transition. Young is an athletic player. And you can tell that Thompson loves to push it up the court. And right there was a perfect example on that last score. Trying to get the ball down low once again, there's a foul. So they were trying to get the ball to Robbie Kaufman. Kaufman, another big on this team. When you've got Kaufman and Hicks on the floor at the same time, you've almost got the Twin Towers because you got 2 6'6" guys manning the middle. The foul was on Reed Littrell. Littrell's second foul of the day. Mauden thought about the 3, didn't do it. Over to Beard. Beard back to Mauden. Mauden to Dahlgren. Dahlgren's in the corner, trying to look down low, doesn't like what he sees. So he gives it to Morrison, who goes all the way across the court to Maudlin. Down low is Kaufman, who gives it back out to Dahlgren. And Dahlgren tries to go to the hoop, but he stepped out of bounds, and there's the turnover. So nothing really looks too comfortable for the Christian Lions on that possession. And the ball goes back to the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets 5 of 10 from the field, and the Christian Lions 4 of 13 from the field. But killing on the boards of the Christian Lions, 12 rebounds to only 4 for Glasgow, and that has a lot to do with that aforementioned size. 2 6'6" guys down low. Glasgow just can't match that. And right as I say that, they go down low and get it to Joel Moning. So Moning gets his first points of the day, and it's now 15-12. Or sorry, 15-10. Ball knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it was knocked out by Glasgow, and it's going to stay with St. Joseph. Glasgow liking to work the ball down low, and so far they've done it. they've been getting killed on the rebounding end, but they've been able to get the ball in. They've been able to post up, and they've been able to penetrate and get to the hoop on the fast break. Bad inbounds pass stolen by Young. Young's going to push it now. Forward makes a move, and he's fouled. Foul looks like it's going to go on Brandon Shank, the 6'2" junior guard. That's Shank's first foul and the fourth foul on the Christian Lions for the team. 5 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Glasgow leads St. Joseph 15-10. Hackman over to Moaning. Back to the top of the key, they swing it around and unleashed by Stockhorst, and he hits. It's 18-10. And it looks like the Yellow Jackets are starting to make a little bit of a run. Trying to look for Hicks, and Hicks is being checked down low by Moaning, and they're not liking what they see. This Glasgow team playing very physical down low in the post with those two really big guys in Kaufman and Hicks. Double team on Hicks, he's trapped, he passes it back out to Kaufman. It looks like Glasgow right now is almost just daring St. Joseph to shoot the ball, and Kaufman does let one go. No good. Saved, and it comes back. That was actually Shank to let one go. It was saved to Kaufman. Hicks at the top of the key, tries to make a move, spin move. Up with the right hand, no good. Rebound goes to Moaning. The Yellow Jackets are going to push it one more time. Hackman tried to thread the needle, couldn't do it. Deflected and just barely goes out of bounds off the Christian Lions, off Jordan Morrison. So the ball stays with the Yellow Jackets, just barely stays with them. Heads up play by Morrison. That was Hackman trying to thread the needle, and he couldn't do it. There's Young, doesn't hit anything, and the rebound comes out to St. Joseph. Shank gives it to Maudlin. Back over the top to Kaufman. To Maudlin. Maudlin likes his shot. Way off. And there's an immediate travel on the rebound. So the Christian Lions luck out after the Maudlin shot misses by plenty, and they get to keep the ball. Substitution, Thompson is going to come in for Wilson for the Yellow Jackets right now. 3:43 remaining here in the second quarter. And Glasgow leads St. Joseph 18-10. Leading scorers are Hicks with 8 and Young with 4. A nice distribution for Glasgow. You got 2 points for Hackman, 2 points for Wilson, 3 for Thompson, 3 for Stockhorst, 2 for Moaning, 4 for Young, 2 for Littrell. And now Shank's going to go to the line for the Lions. He hits the front end of the 1-and-1, and it's 18-11. Brandon Shank, a solid free throw shooter, 71% on the line, or 71% on the season, and he hits them both. So St. Joseph is back within 6 points, about 3.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. That was Stockhorst once again with the shot to bring the lead back up to 8. So Stockhorst feeling a little bit. He's now leading scorer with 5 and 2 for 2 from the field. He hit that 3 earlier, and it's 20-12. Time out, St. Joseph. That's the first timeout for St. Joseph on the day. Here's that really nice play you just saw from Glasgow. And the finish by Stockhorst. That's obviously a design play. Stockhorst knows to cut to the hoop as soon as that pick goes to the high post. And a beautiful no-look pass. So you got to imagine that St. Joseph coach Scott Jenkins is talking to his team about how to defend the great passing we've seen so far from Glasgow. And we've seen some really good passing, especially from bigs, not necessarily from the guard position, just like on that play. We've seen some good plays by Young, and we've seen aggressive passes, which might not necessarily have worked, but like the Hackman pass, when all of a sudden when you're trying to thread the needle on that fast break, get it between two defenders to a guy who's cutting to the basket. Now all of a sudden, even though it didn't work, and Yellow Jackets lucked out that it went out of bounds and they didn't lose the ball, all of a sudden now St. Joseph has to defend those types of passes. One more quick Missouri update. Norfolk State leads 84-81, 35 seconds left. So scary time for the Tigers and for Tiger fans. 35 seconds away from potentially being a 2 seed that'll fall to a 15. Maudlin thought about that shot from the side. He didn't take it. He gets it back, tries to work it down to Hicks. Triple team. Hicks goes up and still hits. Sometimes when you're bigger than everybody else, it doesn't matter how many people are guarding you. If you're going to get higher and you're going to outmuscle him, you're going to score, and that's what Hicks did. He's the first player in double digits. He's got 10, but Glasgow still leads by 6. There's a foul as the Yellow Jackets tried to work it down low. And it's going to be on Hicks. First foul of the day for Forrest Hicks, and the 5th foul on the St. Joseph Christian Lions. Glasgow trying to inbound, and it's deflected by Robbie Kaufman, so the ball's going to go back to the Yellow Jackets. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Glasgow leads by 6. Hackman gets hit top of the key. Crossover, left hand, goes up with the right. Nice floater, and it's good. Hackman puts the Yellow Jackets back up 8 as we come in on this 2-minute marker. Kaufman trying to work it to Hicks. Hicks in a single team comes over to the double. Fadeaway, no good. Loose ball goes to Glasgow. Credit that rebound to Mr. Dylan Young. There's Thompson on the left side. Thompson over to Stockhorse, down low, wide open or not. Hicks got over there quickly. But Moning's gonna go to the line. Second foul of the day on Hicks, and the 6th foul on St. Joseph. So the next foul that the Christian Lions get, they're gonna be in the bonus. Moning at the line for 2 shots. And the first one back rims out. Moning, a 76% free throw shooter on the season, only has taken 29 free throws though. Gets to the line less than 1 time per game. And he missed them both. Rebound goes to the Christian Lions. Beard brings it up. Beard straight to the hoop, and it's knocked away. Falls on the ground, and it stays with the Christian Lions. Hicks, and he sinks it. Hicks has 12 now. And no surprise, Forrest Hicks is by far the leading scorer on the St. Joseph team. 21.2 points per game, 12.4 rebounds per game. He's been a dominant inside presence all year, so why should today be any different with his 12 points? Only pulled down 1 rebound though, even though this team is actually dominating with a 15-7 rebounding margin. Trying to work it down low is Stockhorse, but maybe a little bit of poor communication between Hing and Moning because Moning just wasn't there. Ball trickled out of bounds, and it goes back to St. Joseph. St. Joseph down 6, under a minute left now in this first half. Hicks at the top of the key, trying to work it down low. Instead goes cross court over to Shank. Shank penetrates in and loses it. There's Hackman, and Hackman dribbled it off his toe, and the ball goes out of bounds. 35 seconds remaining now. So Glasgow blows potentially a big opportunity to go up 8 as Hackman dribbles it off his toe on the fast break, and it goes out of bounds. And St. Joseph now has an opportunity to potentially pull within 1 possession. Morrison goes to the hoop, and he gets fouled. So Morrison's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Foul goes against Dylan Young. It's a 2nd foul on Young and the 7th foul on the Yellow Jackets. So that means that the Yellow Jackets now in the bonus, in St. Joseph, at least for the next 24 seconds, is going to be shooting 1-and-1s. Morrison misses the first free throw. He's not exactly a great free throw shooter, only 51% on the season. And he basically plays to his percentage in that trip, hits 1 out of 2. 22-17 Glasgow, 20 seconds remaining. Hackman trying to break this press. And he does. Looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to try to play for one last shot. Deflection goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Glasgow. David Beard, the last one to touch it. Thompson over to Hackman, back down low. Offensive foul, and it's going to go back to the Christian Lions with 4 seconds left. The foul was against Dylan Young. So 4 seconds left. Here's Beard. Beard from half court. Doesn't hit anything, and that'll do it here in the first half. So at the end of 2, Glasgow 22, St. Joseph 17. They just take one more great look from that, at that great play by Hackman. We're going to take a break, but we'll be right back for more second half action in this clap.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the floor as Kevin Fiegel and Austin Moore of Glasgow and Amy Solomon and Ben Delaware of St. Joseph Triplet will compete in farmers insurance around the world. The team that completes a layup, a free throw followed by another layup, and a three-pointer that takes us to the semi-level first wins. Let's cheer the contestants on.
Hello and welcome back to Mizzou Arena for this Class 1 boys third place showdown. Fred Katzen, we're starting off in the third quarter right now. In case you did actually miss it, Mizzou actually just lost. I was keeping you updated in that first half. Mizzou just lost. Phil Pressey missed a shot at the buzzer, and Norfolk State won 86-84, the fifth number 15 seed ever to win an NCAA tournament game. Out of bounds, it's going to be off Glasgow, and it's going to stay with the St. Joseph Christian Lions. We had an interesting first half. Glasgow kind of controlled the pace for most of the first 16 minutes, took a 22-17 lead into the locker room. But Forrest Hicks is really what's been keeping St. Joseph in this game. Hicks has 12 points on an efficient 5 of 9 shooting, and he's really been dominating down low offensively. That plus the fact that St. Joseph actually leads the rebounding battle 17-8 right now, has kept them within 5 points of the Yellow Jackets. That one was out of bounds off St. Joseph, and it's going to go back to the Yellow Jackets. There's a quick travel against that press by Thompson, so St. Joseph gets the ball back quickly. Turnover battle tied up at 8. That was the 8th turnover for Yellow Jackets, and the Christian Lions already had 8. They had 7 at the half, and then just got their 8th when that ball went out of bounds before. There's Kaufman on the outside. He loses his dribble all the way across the court. And Dahlgren misses the 3. It goes back to the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets pushing, shot, no good. Saved by Thompson. He threw it off of Dahlgren, and it's going to stay with Glasgow. That first shot missed by Reed Littrell. So Young to inbound for the Yellow Jackets. Hackman. It's good. Yellow Jackets within, or Yellow Jackets now up 7. There's Dahlgren on the outside, on the right side. Young, nice anticipation, throws it all the way up. That's a dangerous pass, and that's exactly why. Hicks comes up with the steal. He gives it over to Shank. Down low. Shot no good by Kaufman. Offensive rebound. And Morrison misses. But there's a foul. Foul goes against Morrison. So Morrison gets the rebound, misses the putback, and then compounds that miss by getting the foul. Morrison, a 6'1" senior. Nice pass by Young to Hackman, and Hackman finishes. So we've seen some great passing, especially by Dylan Young. And Young is a 1,000-point scorer. We've already seen him with 2 or 3 really great lead passes. 2 of them to Hackman. And there's Forrest Hicks. Timeout St. Joseph. So the Yellow Jackets lead 26-19, 6 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break after the St. Joseph timeouts. You're watching FoxSportsMidwest.com. Hello and welcome back to Mizzou Arena. We're just coming out of the St. Joseph's timeout. The Christian Lions now have 3 timeouts remaining. They've used 2 of them, and Yellow Jackets haven't used the timeout yet. There's Young at the top of the key, and Young puts up the floater, rattles around the rim, and goes in. Dylan Young's a nice player. That's the second time we've seen him put up that floater. He's got nice touch. He's made good passes. He's played good defense. Young's a good player. Hicks to the top of the key, makes that spin move that he loves so much. To the outside for a 3. No good, Dahlgren misses. And here comes Hackman on the fast break once again. He's gonna take it himself. Strong finish to the hoop. An 11-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Hackman, 3 times he's tried to take the ball to the hoop in this third quarter, and he's sunk all 3 of those shots. Hicks again from 9 feet, no good. Rebound Young. Young's gonna push it now. 2-on-1 for the Yellow Jackets. Young takes himself, left hand, no good. Put back by Littrell. And it rattles out, but Littrell is fouled by Hicks, so he's gonna go to the line for 2. Littrell's already been to the line twice today. He's 2 for 2. Hackman's been so strong taking the ball to the hoop. Look at him split the double team right there. He actually just had a 2-on-2, but he knew all of his momentum was going to the hoop, and he had the defenders backing up. Littrell now 3 for 3 from the line today. On the season, he's a 52% free throw shooter at the line. And Littrell hits the second. So a 32-19 Yellow Jacket lead with about 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter at Mizzou Arena. Winner of this game clinches third place in the MSHSAA Class 1 for boys. Shot goes in, that's Robbie Kaufman. The other 6'6" guy that St. Joseph has on this roster. And it's an 11-point game again. That trims down what was the biggest lead for the Yellow Jackets at 13. That isn't a foul that Scott Jenkins has to like. You can't be happy when Jordan Morrison is fouling at half court that far away from your basket. But nonetheless, the foul does go to Morrison. Second foul of the day on Morrison. Down to Young. They love working Young in that seam right there, right around the high post. He can hit the floater. He can also make a really nice pass. There's Young with the left hand. It's good. He just went right into Hicks, and Hicks just kind of backed off and let him take that shot. We've seen Young attempt that twice now. It's the first time he's hit it. Both times with the left hand. Hicks all the way on the outside and the left side. He gives it over to Beard. Shot no good. Rebound Hicks. Hicks goes up with the right hand, rattles around and falls in. It's good. 11-point game once again. We're halfway through the third quarter here at Mizzou Arena. 25-6 Glasgow Yellow Jackets versus the 23-8 St. Joseph Christian Lions. Double team this far out, and there's the trap. There's the trap on Thompson. We got a jump ball. Jump ball call on possession stays with the Yellow Jackets. Hicks is gonna come out, Schenk is gonna come in for the Christian Lions. Young inbounds to Hackman. Hackman at the top of the key, back over to Young, and they're gonna try that trap once again. Young all the way across court. Thompson, no good from 3. Rebound Young, put back is good. Dylan Young having his way here in the third quarter. Already got 6 points in the first 5 minutes here. Trying to work down low to Morrison. Morrison with the post up and the turnaround, no good. Rebound Kaufman. Kaufman tries to put back, rattles around the rim, but the shot is waved off. Kaufman walks. Kaufman travels, turns it over. 10th turnover of the day for the Christian Lions. Now I said Glasgow, even with a 5-point lead, you could tell in that first half they were controlling the pace of the game. And now the Christian Lions go back to that press. Hackman. But here in the third quarter, they've really controlled it, passing the ball incredibly well, sharing the ball extraordinarily well. Thompson, more good passing. That was Littrell that's going to benefit from it. And you know, Glasgow is actually shooting 64% from the field right now versus only 28% for the Christian Lions. So they're going to be winning when you have those percentages. Kaufman to Schenk. Schenk with the up and under, no good. Doesn't hit rim. Littrell with the rebound. Littrell gives over to Hackman, and Hackman's gonna push it. But a double dribble call. So Hackman turns it over. Glasgow leads 38-23, 2 minutes and 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Christian Lions gonna have to make some sort of run here to end the third, at least maybe try to get it back to 10, see if you can make a move in the fourth quarter to try to take a lead. Outside, Dahlgren misses everything. Rebound Thompson. Morrison trying to guard Thompson as he takes it up. Thompson crossover, gets hit across half court. Over to Hackman. Young tries to pass down low. Tried to find Wilson, but deflected, and there's a foul. Foul's going to go against Matthew Dahlgren. Third foul of the day on Dahlgren. Or sorry, the second foul of the day on Dahlgren. Wilson inbounds to Thompson. It's the fourth team foul on the Christian Lions. And we've still got 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Hackman from three, and it's good. So Hackman and Young. Sounds like it could be a hardware store, but instead it's just a store of bringing points in the third quarter for Glasgow. 41-23, timeout Christian Lions. We're going to take a quick break. Glasgow has busted out an 18-point lead. You're watching FoxSportsMidwest.com. Hello and welcome back to Mizzou Arena. Glasgow on a major run right now has inflated their lead all the way to 18, 41-23 over St. Joseph Christian Lions. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, and the Christian Lions have got to start to put together some sort of run because this is starting to get, if it hasn't already, out of hand. Passing around the perimeter by the Christian Lions, David Beard over in the corner gives it over to Shank, back around to Dahlgren. Dahlgren to Beard, back to Shank. Shank tries to penetrate with the left hand, goes up with the right. Off backboard and rim, no good. Rebound goes to Glasgow. Now the ball bouncing around. And it's out of bounds. Going to be knocked out by Robbie Kaufman, so the ball goes to the Yellow Jackets. Now how about Blake Hackman in this game? Hackman, 13 points, 6 of 9 shooting. That's what you like to see out of a point guard. Talk about efficiency. You don't often see guards going out there and putting up percentages like that. Hackman almost had an over and back right there, and he turns it over. Kaufman comes up with it. Beard pushing it up court. Beard with the pull-up, and he hits. St. Joseph, first score in a while. Wilson gets to Young. Young is going to penetrate. No good. And Hicks gets it. So now Beard's going to try to see if he can cut this to 13. And Dahlgren tried to take it to the hoop, but he walked. So Dahlgren turns it over, the 11th turnover of the day for St. Joseph. How about this type of scoring distribution? St. Joseph, 28% from the field. Forrest Hicks having a really nice game. 16 points, 7 of 12 from the field. The rest of that team, no one has more than 2 points. Shank is 0 for 7 from the field. Dahlgren's 0 for 6. Beard 1 for 3. Morrison and Maudlin both 0 for 2. So this team has really struggled to hit its shots. People not named Forrest Hicks, or should I say Christian Lions not named Forrest Hicks, are actually 3 for 24 from the field. That's only 12.5%. Don't really want your shooting percentages to be that low. From the top of the key, hits front rim to Stockhorst's shot. Loose ball, picked up by Thompson. Thompson throws it up. Almost went in at the buzzer, but no good. So we're done with 3 quarters here at Mizzou Arena. And Glasgow leads St. Joseph 41-25. The winner of this game finishes third to Class 1 boys. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching FoxSportsMidwest.com. Hello and welcome back to Mizzou Arena. We're about to start the fourth quarter in this MSHSAA Class 1 boys third place game. Glasgow has controlled the pace pretty much the entire time, and 4-6 trying to take it in, he gets fouled. The foul goes against Austin Stockhorst. It's the first foul against Stockhorst. Glasgow leads 41-25. They really pulled away in the third quarter, outscoring their opponent by 11. There's Morrison from the outside, and he hits the three, so now all of a sudden it's a 13-point game. Glasgow's biggest lead swelled to 18 right around the end of the third, 41-23, but St. Joseph on kind of a mini 5-0 run. It's going to take a little bit more than that to bring the Christian Lions all the way back into contention for this game. Young at the top of the key, he's been so good. Literal down low. Off the backboard in the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Morrison. Here comes Shank. Shank hasn't had his best day. On the outside is Dahlgren. Neither is he. Shank 1 for 6 from the field. Dahlgren 0 for 7. Down low to Kaufman. Hicks from the outside, and he hits. 7-0 run for St. Joseph now, and their lead is all the way down to 11. Here comes that St. Joseph press. Time out, Glasgow. So St. Joseph making a little bit of a run, and they got plenty of time. 6 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. St. Joseph on a 7-0 run. Stick around because we might have a ball game. You're watching FoxSportsMidwest.com. Welcome back, and you know, St. Joseph is making its run. Morrison hits the three. That gave him a 5-0 run. Then all of a sudden trying to work it inside. Kaufman makes a nice play to take it away, and then Hicks. He's done so much from the inside, now he's hitting the 19-footer. How do you defend that? Hicks, 8 of 13 from the field. 18 points, but he's only got those 3 rebounds. Can't complain about the rebounds, though. St. Joseph still +2 in that rebounding column. Young trying to break the press. The outside is Stockhorst. He misses. Rebound goes to St. Joseph. So with Morrison trying to break the press, he gets fouled by Ethan Thompson. Ball goes back to St. Joseph. First foul of the day on Thompson. Here's Shank trying to work inside, and he hits. Single-digit game. St. Joseph only down 9. They're in a 9-0 run. So the Christian Lions are roaring right now. 9-0 run over the last only about 3 minutes. Another timeout for Glasgow as they're struggling to pass the ball around the perimeter. So we're going to take one more quick break. Glasgow lead down to 9. All right, guess we're going to show the replay first of that last play. Shank hadn't hit a field goal in a while. In fact, he hadn't hit a field goal all game. That was his first. He's now 1 for 8. So Shank up to 4 points. In fact, I was talking about it earlier about that lopsided distribution for St. Joseph with Hicks having a ton of points and nobody else scoring. It's still that way. Morrison and Shank are the only people aside from Hicks with 4 points. Beard, Dahlgren, Kaufman have 2, and Maudlin hasn't scored. Hicks has 18. He's been keeping them in the game, at least offensively. For Glasgow, Hackman's got 13. Young's got 10. He's also got 8 boards. And he's got 4 assists that leads the team, as do those 8 rebounds. So out of the timeout, Glasgow starts, and there's a reach-in foul. It's going to go against St. Joseph, number 24, Brandon Shank. Shank's second foul, and the 5th foul for the team for the Christian Lions. Hackman working inside to Young. They ran the play earlier, and they do it again. So Young at the high post with a kind of contorted through the body pass, and Stockhorst finishes. Glasgow lead goes back up to 11. Dahlgren over to Shank. Shank the same move again. Off the back rim, no good. Ball on the floor. Picked up by Stockhorst. Thompson's gonna push it now. Here's Hackman. Hackman had such a good third quarter. Hackman to Young. Young with the left hand. Hands it up to Littrell. Littrell didn't see it coming. That was a great play by Young, but Littrell just didn't see it coming. He almost fooled his old teammate. Young at the top of the key. Hackman open from the corner. Rims out. Rebound Hicks. Shank's going to push it. Down 11. Shank hits the side of the backboard. Not a pretty pass. Not a pretty shot. Up to Hickman out front, and Hickman misses. Young misses the putback. So a missed opportunity for 2 points for the Yellow Jackets. Shank's got the ball in the corner. Works down low to Hicks. Hicks triple team. Someone's going to be open. And apparently it's Alex Maudlin, because Maudlin hits from the elbow. 8-point game. 4.5 minutes left in regulation. And this looks like it's anyone's contest right now. Remember, a lot of loose balls in this game so far. If there is an issue over jump ball, possession right now is with Glasgow. Another turnover. Here comes to Hicks. Shank goes down court to Maudlin. Back to Shank to Hicks at the top of the key. Hicks spin move. Kicks it back out to Maudlin. Maudlin thought about it, didn't do it. Back to Hicks. Hicks double teamed. Loses dribble. Maudlin open again from the same spot. This time doesn't hit anything. And a loose ball foul. Foul's gonna go against Glasgow. It's gonna go against Blake Hackman. Second foul for Hackman on the day. And the second team foul. Bit of a messy inbounds, recovered by Hicks. Nice anticipation by Young. We've seen him do that 2 or 3 times today, just anticipating passes and deflecting them, or in this case, intercepting them. Hackman on the right side, loses his dribble. Over to Stockhorst. Thompson on the left side. Thompson loses his dribble now to Young at the top of the key, and they're going to give it back to Hackman. Just set back up. 3.5 minutes left. Glasgow's got an 8-point lead over St. Joseph. Thompson to the hoop with the right hand. He hits. Leads back up to double digits. 45, 35. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Inside to Hicks. Hicks has been so good, he gets fouled. Looks like it's going to be a reach-in foul against Austin Stockhorst, the 6'3" junior guard. Thompson was guarded close, but there was no help on the right side for Dahlgren. Dahlgren guarding him real close, but he just didn't have anybody come over and help. Thompson saw it and took it to the hoop. Missed by Kaufman, comes out to Thompson. Thompson pushes it up against Morrison. Glasgow's starting to take its time, passing it around the perimeter. Hackman on the right side, over to Stockhorst. Back to Thompson. Thompson finds Young, almost picked off by Kaufman, and Young with that floater. Third floater he's hit today. 12-point lead to Glasgow, and this is going to be tough for St. Joseph to come back from now. Down 12 with 2.5 minutes remaining. Hicks double teamed, and he's fouled once again. So the foul goes against Reed Littrell. So Littrell is in some foul trouble right now. That's his 4th foul. Dahlgren hits from the corner, and the lead's back down to 10. 47-37, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Hackman gets it up to half court. He likes to run a lot of crossover moves right around that half court line. That can be dangerous. Seen him do that a couple of times. Nothing bad has happened from him, but he almost slipped up one time. Hackman just doing a lot of dribbling now. Under 2 minutes. As soon as you hit that 2-minute marker, there's the foul. Brandon Shank fouls. Shank's 3rd foul. And it's a 6th-team foul on the Christian Lions. There's going to be a quick timeout. 2 timeouts remaining for Glasgow, 2 timeouts remaining for St. Joseph Christian. And you got to imagine that St. Joseph Christian is going to have to hit a 3 at some point with remaining in this game. Only 2 for 11 from long range today. Maudlin's got 1 on 4 attempts. Morrison's got 1 on his only attempt. Beard is also 0 for 1. Dahlgren's 0 for 3. Shank is 0 for 2. Not really a lot of three-point shooters on this team. The Lions only shoot 27% as a team on the season coming into today. 35% for Shank, so that's a solid percentage, but Dahlgren only 23%, Beard only 27%, Morrison 15%, Maudlin 23%. Not a lot of three-point shooters. Everybody else doesn't really shoot threes. Offensive strategy for pretty much the whole game has been work it inside to Hicks, work it inside to Kaufman, and then try to do something inside out if they can. Wait for the double team to collapse in on Hicks, or even sometimes a triple team to come in and collapse in on Hicks. Then he can find the open man. That's how Maudlin hit his only 3, and then they tried it again next possession, didn't really work. Steal by Shank. Shank's gonna push it up, running down is Kaufman. Shank finds Kaufman, Kaufman goes up, he's fouled, the bucket doesn't go, but he's gonna go to the line for 2 shots. Foul goes against Austin Stockhorst, the 5th team foul for the Yellow Jackets, and the 3rd foul on the day for Austin Stockhorst. First shot from Kaufman misses short end to the left. Kaufman's shot no good. Kaufman 52% on the season for the line. That one goes in and out. Young with the board. Dylan Young, 9th rebound of the game. Young's got 12 points, 9 boards, 5 assists right now. Over to Thompson, and Thompson gets fouled. That foul is probably going to be on Alex Maudlin. 1:36 remaining. So the Yellow Jackets are 96 seconds away from clinching 3rd place for MSHSAA Class 1 boys. Ethan Thompson at the line for Glasgow. And he hits the first shot. Yellow Jackets up 11 now. Thompson 6 points on the day. 1 for 1 from the line. Thompson, 70% shooter on the season, misses the 2nd shot. Rebound Kaufman. Here comes Beard. Beard goes all the way across court to Shank. Shank, baseline, goes up and he's fouled. So Shank's gonna be shooting 2 once again. Foul goes against Ethan Thompson. That's the first foul of the day for Thompson. And the 6th team foul for Glasgow. Jordan Morrison checks back in with 85 seconds remaining, 1:25. 11-point game. Shank hits 2nd free throw. All of a sudden it's a 10-point game. Thompson trying to break the press all by himself, and he does, and he gets fouled. I believe the foul is going to go against Brandon Shank. No, it's going to go against Morrison. Tough to tell with those 3-man traps. So the foul goes against Jordan Morrison. That's the 3rd foul on Morrison and the 8th team foul, and Thompson hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Thompson's a guy you like to have up at the line. He's a 70% shooter. He hits his free throws. And he hits them both. 12-point game now, 1:15 left. St. Joseph Christian's gonna have to start shooting 3 soon. Wide open. Shot no good. Maudlin missed it. So Maudlin's actually airballed his last 2 3-point attempts, and Thompson gets the rebound again, and he's fouled once again. Brandon Shank picks up his 4th foul in the process. Next time that St. Joseph Christian actually fouls they'll be in the bonus, or the double bonus, as Thompson hits the first free throw. At this point, it just looks like that Glasgow is trying to ice it. 1:07 remaining, up 13 points. Ethan Thompson doesn't look like he's going to miss any free throws, nor does he look like he wants to. 4 for 5 from the line this game, 9 points, 6 boards. Thompson hits them both once again. So Thompson down the stretch in this game, 5 for 6 from the line, hitting clutch free throws. And that one miss was not the front end of a 1-and-1. Hicks down low, hits the layup, and he gets fouled. So Littrell fouled Hicks. As you see, that's actually the 5th foul on Littrell. Honestly, not really quite sure where the foul was. I guess there's contact, but when you get 2 big guys banging bodies down low, there's always going to be contact. A minute left, and Hicks goes to the line. Those were his 19th and 20th points of the day. He misses the free throw, so he stays at 20, rebound to Young. All the way down court, wide open is Stockhorst, and he hits. 14-point game, under a minute to go. And look at Young. Look at Dylan Young. Look at how hard he's playing in a 14-point game with less than a minute. Diving into signs on the sideline. What a play. Timeout, St. Joseph Christian. And, you know, Stockhorst running down, cherry picking, getting the ball. Or actually, timeout Glasgow this time. So both teams have 2 timeouts remaining now. 47.7 seconds left. Glasgow is 14 points up. It looks like they're going to be the ones clinching this 3rd place finish for Class 1. This would be the 6th win in a row for Glasgow, and it would actually snap a 5-game winning streak for the Lions. So once again, Glasgow leads 54-40, 47.7 seconds left. Thompson has been huge down the stretch, hitting free throws 5 out of 6 attempts. That one miss wasn't the front end of a 1-and-1. 10 points, 6 rebounds in the game. He's got 3 assists. And how about Dylan Young? A double-double for Young. 12 points, 10 rebounds, and he's got himself 5 assists. Stockhorst has been playing 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Hackman took over that 3rd quarter. Hasn't done much in the 4th, but he helped them build that huge lead in the 3rd when he just broke out. 13 points in the game right now on 6 and 11 shooting. From the corner is Maudlin, and Maudlin hits. So Maudlin seems to be feast or famine right now. Everything is either shot made or air ball. Back within 11 in the foul, and Hackman's going to be going to the line right now. Hackman in the game actually hasn't gone to the line yet. Maudlin hits that 3. Hackman on the season is a 67% shooter at the line. At this point, just trying to ice the game. And he misses. So the score stays at 11. Here comes Morrison. From the corner, no good. Littrell fighting for it. And it's going to stay with St. Joseph Christian. So St. Joseph Christian trying to hit some threes right now. They're going to have to if they want any shot, but Hicks with the ball, not necessarily the guy you want. Hicks goes in. They're just going to let him have that. Forrest Hicks gets his 21st and 22nd points of the day, but it may not really matter. Thompson breaks the press and breaks Maudlin's ankles in the process. Finally, Thompson is fouled. Can't believe it took that long for the foul to come. A solid 10 seconds of Thompson just dribbling around. And it looks like it's not really going to matter. 9.9 seconds remaining. Thompson could even miss these, and it's still a 3-possession game. He hits the first, and now it's a 4-possession game. Glasgow leads by 10. Thompson 6-7 from the line now, 11 points. He misses the second. And Young gets the steal. And there's a foul. Shank fouls. So it looked like Young was going to dribble it out, but Shank fouled him. Glasgow's going to take it. The only thing in question right now is going to be the final score. That's the 5th foul on Shank. He fouls out of the game. So Dylan Young at the line, and who better to have at the line to finally just ice this game than Young. Young 66% from the line, but right now, who cares? Look at the game that he's had. As Mick Kropp and Scott Jenkins are just gonna, or at least Mick Kropp is just gonna empty out his bench right now. Young, of course, stays in there, but who better after the game that he's had? 12 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, 6 of 10 from the field. Incredibly good defensive game. Dylan Young hits the second free throw. It's an 11-point game. St. Joseph Christian is going to get one more possession, then this thing will be over, and Glasgow is going to clinch 3rd place. Rolled out to Beard. Three at the buzzer. Doesn't go from Dahlgren, and that'll do it. So the Glasgow Yellow Jackets clinch 3rd place for Class 1 with a 56-45 win over the St. Joseph Christian Lions at Mizzou Arena. That'll do it here, but we got another game coming up after this. Just 20 minutes. How could we not? Mizzou Arena and even more at Hearn Center over the next couple of days. So stick around. We got another one coming up in about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm Fred Katz. You're listening to FoxSportsMidwest.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our trophy presentation. Cheerleading captains Mackenzie Burgess from St. Joseph Christian bringing forward the 2012 4th place trophy to the Mission Board of Directors member Mr. Mackenzie, representing the Northwest District. Congratulations to the Class 1 4th place team from St. Joseph Christian. The fine season, finishing the year at 23-9. Individual medals are presented to the team, including head coach Scott Jenkins. Assistant coaches Steve Newell and Mike Leinbach. The players, Alex Smallman, Jordan Morrison, Christopher Fry, Josiah Winfred, David Beard, Matt Dahlgren, Robin Kaufman, Gregory Allison, Brandon Chang, Taylor Hugo, Max Carrillo, Brian Jewell, Logan Morrison, and Forrest Hicks. Congratulations again to St. Joseph's Christian Lions, 15-4. Now the cheerleading captains Alex Davis and Savannah Shaker from Glasgow High School brings forward the 2012 small third place trophy to the Bishop Board of Directors member, Mr. Paul Seltzer, representing the Northeast District. Congratulations to the Class 1 third place team from Glasgow High School. Finished this year at 27 and 6. Individual medals are presented to the team, including head coach Nick Brock, assistant coaches Mike Freed and Morgan Matthews, and the players Alex Matthews, Blake Jackson, Austin Schleicher, Jimmy Wilson, Ethan Johnson, Austin Stockwell, Joel Leonard, Landon Grant, Josh Sanders, Dylan Young, and Reed Little. Once again, our congratulations to our third place team, Glasgow High School.